Eric's wife just got scammed right now, but she thought Eric was doing something shady. Eric, elaborate.
All right, yeah, this is so live that I'm like confused right now. But so apparently, what happened was my wife's email. She got a email. It's pretty simple. It says it has the name Amanda on it, which is already like a trouble name, I think, with her. And then the actual contents of it says, Eric, I'm near Los Angeles. Los Angeles is not like it's typed kind of weird. It's not like you normally see Los Angeles. It's
And
like,
no one actually says that because there's all these different divisions of Los Angeles.
yeah. So and my wife's like immediately calls me and says, "What the hell?
Who the
What's
fuck is Amanda?
Yeah, and I'm going like, well, first of all, I don't know what's going on, but second off, if this was some person I was doing stuff with in secret, why would I have her send to your email?
Yeah, she'd already have your phone number. Like,
yeah,
obviously.
So
obviously, you're smarter than that if you were gonna cheat on her.
Yeah, that's ultimately what it comes down to.
I was like, right now, Eric is super insulted that his wife thinks that she would catch him cheating.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty dumb, but like I'm not like this is just beyond that. So I don't know. I guess
it's like saying when you tell your mistress like, oh, when you get near Los Angeles, please email me, but to my wife's email address.
Yeah, make sure. Yeah, but it's I guess what really messed things up was the name. That's also confusing. It might just be. I wonder how they caught on the name Amanda, which is like a hot name, like to not like a hot topic. Like don't mention that name. Like it's
no, they can pick any name. Like they scrape your email, your name from all these other things you sign up for,
damn.
And then they repurpose it for that. It's just anything that sounds personal, you're more likely to check.
It's just a weird coincidence.
Did she forward you or send you a screenshot of the email?
Yeah. That's what I'm looking at.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Yeah, go ahead. But I don't think this is it. It's just there's nothing to it. That's why there should be a link or something in there. Maybe I think it's like a fish. So in other words, like she's trying to get or whoever's on the other side is trying to get a hit on there, just so like there's a response to this, whatever.
And it's a Hotmail account. Not a lot of people use Hotmail accounts anymore. So it sounds like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like their email got hacked, and then you are probably a list of one of the recipients.
Right. So yeah, probably saw that I'm like on there a lot, you know, or that for some reason I don't know. Yeah, it's just very random, but
before
probably massive email to everybody.
Yeah, my Yahoo email got hacked a lot of times until I changed the password to something way more difficult and added two-factor authentication, because on my Gmail I got an email from myself trying to scam me for money.
So how did that go? You got an email, hey Dad, blah 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 blah.
I was like, what the? No, this is me. This is clearly a scam because you emailed me. So if you ever send any emails sent from that account, they have all those addresses, and then they scrape those trying to fish for something.
Damn. Yeah, right. And ultimately, I mean, it's as simple as just clicking on some I don't know, some malicious code that runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard. I mean, the worst part, I think what bugs me most of all is my wife's like, what the fuck? Like, she didn't think.
First thing is be angry at Eric versus investigate.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I had to call her back. Hopefully, she didn't respond back. But she's at Disneyland right now, so
as long as she doesn't click anything, let's have fun with it. Like, all right, hey, what's up, Amanda?
Yeah, I told her to respond back as me to see what the response is and all that, just to see what's going on. Feel free to do it because I don't know. The funny thing is that in the back of my mind, you start to go like, well, maybe I did something. I don't know. You actually
sometimes I black out and cheat like crazy. And I always forget my email address, and I only remember my wife's email address,
which I don't. Which it's really hard to remember because I always forget it. So I don't know. Yeah, you jump to those weird conclusions sometimes. Like maybe I am doing something.
Did she just want to know what's up, or did she get like really aggressive?
Yeah, I think she kind of like. Well, she heard my tone and probably was like, well, he sounds legit, but I still don't believe him. So, she was upset, but not like...
You should have responded with, oh, Amanda wants to meet up. Oh, heck yeah. She's in town?
No, we weren't. She wasn't at that level where I cracked that joke. Yeah.
But I would have went directly there. It's like, oh, hell yeah, I love Amanda. She's great.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for relaying that information to me.
She's super good at being discreet during my affairs.
Oh God, yeah. It's like I told her never to email you when you were using your phone or at all. There's so many things wrong with it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, it shows a testament to like how easy it is to scam people.
Yeah.
When it comes to like just mentioning names.
Yeah.
I'm near Los Angeles.
And Los Angeles is typed as one word.
Yeah.
Very suspicious.
Normally there's a space. Maybe the casing isn't right.
And most people just say LA because they don't want to type it out.
Yeah, especially if it's I think it's an email. Yeah, it was sent as an email. But
right.
I don't know. Damn it. That's bad news because I just hope that her password for that account is not.
Just make sure it's a hard password.
Yeah, well, I hope that.
And two-factor on everything.
She tends to use like most people do, simple and repeat passwords. So.
Well, she could use a simple password and repeat it, but repeat it like 7 times.
Yeah,
make it super long.
That's a good trick from Andy.
Yeah.
No idea, because it's interesting that people don't normally. When they hack passwords, they rely on like software to do it. So for a computer, it's complicated. For a human, it's simple. Same thing multiple times, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's not that, but I guess you would never guess that at the length of it. So it would take a computer a long time to even like run all of those.
Right. So if you have like max characters, it's very unlikely that you're gonna get brute forced into they're not going to brute force into your account.
Yeah, 7 times you said? Like
whatever max characters is, so you can just copy it, paste it, and just paste it 7 times.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Oh, we just got a caller. Oh, it's Professor Scam again. Welcome back, Professor Scam.
Oh, welcome back, Professor. Good to talk to you.
What were you going to talk to us today about? Oh, okay. So you're going to explain to us how to steal things from the internet?
Fascinating.
All right. Well, you're online, Professor.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So, Professor, tell us how you get things online.
Well,
let's say there's music I want to get, but I don't want to pay $10 for Spotify, and I don't like ads.
No, there's multiple ways.
Hit us with way one. Hit us with the cheapest way.
There's a couple ways. The problem lately is your identity. So that's a hot topic in 2018 is staying anonymous.
How do you stay anonymous?
You have to go. You basically you can use a VPN, or you can use what I just found out about. It's called damn it, I don't have the name of that, and it starts with a T. I don't know. And I'm in front of me. I wasn't prepared for this one. For this particular scam, ultimately, for music, it's easy. Music is just given. Like no one blocks that.
Well, I use Napster because no one uses it, but I can only get music by Papa Roach or things from that era.
That still works.
It works, but you can only get music from that era.
Well, that's smart. Well,
I think it's Papa Roach, 3 Doors Down, Red Hot Chili Peppers, that band that does Pretty Fly for a White Guy. Offspring, yeah.
Oh, Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray. There's a whole lot of that on Napster right now. A lot of availability, very few downloads.
There's some people, but there will be there are other audience that actually want that. But for the rest,
for parody purposes.
Yeah, for the rest of us, there's indexes that you can use. I think the best way of doing it is to get a client. Like ultimately it's servers you're trying to access. So
right now you just said a bunch of power words: internet, marketing, Blu-ray, briefcase.
I could point you to an actual application.
All right,
I could do that.
Let's start at level 1. So VPN, but you said if you don't use a VPN, you can use a client.
You don't need a VPN usually because you can download it and you won't have any problems when it comes to music.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're talking specifically about music. So there's something called the Digital Millennium Copyright Act that if anyone that's a copyright holder, if they have a problem, they find anything that's posted online that's theirs, they can submit a request to whatever service that has it online, and then it has to immediately be taken down. Okay. So you have a window of time when stuff's posted. And when I say posted, it's uploaded to servers, and the servers you access, they're called newsgroups. And you access them through multiple means, but the best way of doing it is to have an application like what is it? Newsbin, Newsleech. There's probably other ones too. I use Newsleech.
Are these applications free?
Yeah, they're free. The access to the servers isn't.
Oh.
So the servers, they don't charge much. It depends on the retention.
What do you mean retention?
So how long stuff is held on the servers.
Oh, okay. So you're essentially renting server space.
Yeah. So when they're pretty long, depending on the size of your binaries that they're tagged as. So for instance, like text files will be on, the retention is like forever. Like it'll be on there forever. There's no reason to purge them because they're so tiny. But like movies, for instance, they'll probably be max, maybe still pretty long. Let's say Newsleech, it maxes out at 3,300 days.
So that's 11 years?
It's a long time.
Wait,
yeah.
no. No, that's
divided by 360. But 9 years is a pretty long time to decide you want something.
After 9 years, like, no, this is on Netflix already. I don't need this.
Yeah. You probably have on some streaming service or whatever. But yes. So the only problem with that is DMCA. So stuff will be on the actual server, but if someone complains, then it's still searchable, and that's the best thing about these clients is that you can type in a string, and it'll search for whatever you're looking for, and everything shows up. Right, great. Let me get it.
So by string, does that mean you need a very specific search?
Yeah, it makes it difficult, like searching for if you want to see the movie It, you can't just type in It. You're gonna get too many results. You need to put in like 1080p. You need to put in the year. The year is a good one. Or the release group. So there's release groups, hacker groups, pirate groups that release it too. So if you know that as well, then you can put that in and filter it. But anything popular is taken immediately, except for music. Like, it's rare that music is taken down. Like, it'll be on there. Like, it's easy to sometimes it's hard to find, but it's most of the time it's like I've never had any problems like getting music.
Okay.
It's just because movies are more popular.
So what type of media can you find on these news groups?
It's anything digital. So
music, movies, software, TV shows,
all the usual stuff that are torrented.
But this is like next level torrenting.
This is way more convenient, but it's starting to not because of the DMCA, it's starting to not be as convenient.
Availability isn't as high.
Yeah, because you'll find something. So the other alternative is you access servers that are not in the U.S. So there are servers in the Netherlands that you can pay for, like backup ones. Now they're not very fast because they're far away, but they're not taken off because they're not part of the U.S. laws or whatever, so there's nothing to do about that.
We are outside the law.
Yeah, so they very similar to like buying a cryptocurrency that's outlawed. You kind of have to spoof your IP so you can actually purchase this like access to these servers.
Right, you VPN into another territory.
Yeah, you can do that, but yeah, it's usually not worth it because most stuff, like you said, you have a window. So if you know like a movie's coming out, you can put it like a search for it, and then or have it just constantly search every like 30 minutes or whatever around the time, and when it'll grab, like you probably have like a day or two to get it before it's pulled down. Like it's still not fast enough to take it off. Alternatively, there's another way of searching it. A smart way of doing it is someone will post the actual name, and it'll just be a text file. So, and then that text file will have another ID in there that points you to the actual content or RAR files, and then you search for that string, and then you can find it.
So you're telling me before you find the treasure, you have to find the key?
Yes.
Very cryptic, but very accurate. Right, yeah, you're looking for the treasure, but you just find the key to the treasure.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, now I got to bring this key to the actual treasure.
That worked for a little while, But then they've gotten hip to that as well, because these are computers. You can just type in, okay, I found the rule, I found out how to do this. So the last way of doing it is the password protected. So anyone that's scrubbing like these news groups for any content, so they can't actually extract it. They're posting the passwords in an NFO or text file that has the information, and you have to open that up and then get the password from within there, and then that's how you're able to actually decrypt the RAR files that you get from that ID.
And most of these RAR files you can trust, because I know some can be very risky while downloading unknown RAR files.
You gotta look for the keyword to look for is EFNet. That's usually was like they're legit release groups. Now it's possible someone can also
spoof it. You just
spoof
write
them
FNet
as well. It doesn't happen a whole lot, and you're usually like there's sometimes dumb posts where they'll like it'll be password protected, but they'll have a text file that goes along with it and it says go to this link and they fill out the survey for the password. That's not a good idea.
Yeah, always skeptical about any type of link.
Yeah, anytime they I think there was one time I really wanted something, it still didn't work. It was like, because you have to fill out, like a lot of times they'll make you do 3 and you have to fill out, submit, like it's just not worth it. So if you don't do that, the alternative, and that's what I was saying, like torrent is your other option, but you don't want to use like uTorrent or whatever if you don't have a VPN.
So let's go into that. Let's finish off with the news groups thing. Can you give us like the basic steps of how it works? Like how easily could someone get into these news groups?
If you have, let's say, you can do like it's a subscription service. I think it's like $15 a month.
That's kind of high.
Yeah, but if you do it enough, it pays for itself, whatever. Especially if you're accessing a lot of content. Like, the alternative is to pay for it.
Well, Spotify and Netflix, that's probably just a few bucks more.
You
can just stream everything.
That's why I said it's getting
inconvenient.
It's getting to the point where it's not what it used to be. But yeah, before the streaming services, it made a lot more sense. But yeah, that what you get with that $15 is you get access to the servers for, like you said, 9 years or whatever, But now you having to jump through hoops now to get content. You can't get, like, for instance, the latest episode in Adventure Time on any streaming service. Maybe you can get it like on Cartoon Network, but with ads
the ads are insane on that.
Like it's just not pleasant. But I could just get it, and then in a matter, if you got a fast connection, you can get it in a matter of like 10 minutes, whatever, and then have a full HD version of it and not have to deal with any commercials or whatever, or any other subscription service, whatever. So there's times it's kind of one of those cases where if you just don't use it, then it's not worth it. If you're not consuming a lot of content, I do consume a lot of music and a lot of movies and even software too as well. It's good for like
1 month. If you just know what you want to download, subscribe for 1 month.
You can do that. Yeah, if you find yourself like, it's probably not that hard to start it up, but I feel like I've had access to like the because I didn't want to get a VPN. I was whether not to pay for one.
VPNs are pretty cheap. I pay $30 a year, and I don't even know what VPN stands for. I was like, no, I need this
virtual private network.
That's. Are you sure? I heard a lot of people say it's a very private network.
Yeah, it could be that too. Yeah, the private.
No, it's virtual.
Well.
That was a test. I just wanted to see if you knew what you were talking about, Professor Scam.
Yeah,
trying to scam the scammer.
I'm not big on. Well, yeah, that's also useful to have. Like the whole thing now, the big focus now is on anonymity, or I can't even say it right.
Yeah, that's right.
So there's an alternative to getting a VPN. Wow, because if you use like something like uTorrent or anything like to try to torrent files, that your IP address is being it's all being logged by your ISP, so they'll know exactly that you you downloaded stuff.
I had a friend who was downloading torrents without a VPN, and they turned off his internet. The first time was a warning. The second time was like, no, it's off.
He didn't take him serious. He should have took him serious the first time.
Yeah.
No, that's legit. They'll tell you the date and the actual files that were torn in. And you can say, well, someone must have hacked in or it wasn't me. But yeah, if you don't yield that warning, they'll shut off. And then what are you gonna do? Because you have one, you can't, where you live at, there probably isn't multiple ISPs.
Well, people can also log into your network if you have a weak password. It can be brute force pretty easily. We'll get into that with another episode with Senor Scam. He knows how to brute force into networks into getting free Wi-Fi. He does not pay for internet. All right, so let's recap. First, step 1, you need $15. Step 2.
You go onto the website, so either NewsLeech or Newsband or something similar to that.
Is that .com? Because I'm pretty sure there'll probably be some spoof sites trying to scam you, right?
Right, .net or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't log in a whole lot, but if you do Google search, you'll find like the legit one. And then you just you can sign up for like subscriptions for like monthly, or you can just get monthly. I usually do it monthly, and then they'll charge your card. You have to get a credit card thing. But, I think it's $15. I should probably go back and check. And then once you get that, then they give you access to their servers. So you can use a client, like, free, but you have no access to their servers.
Is the client something you have to download, or is that in the browser?
Yeah, you can you download a separate application, and you can get it it's not for Mac. You can only get it for Windows. At least NewsLeech. I don't know about the other ones. And then it's pretty simple. You just search. Once you get it, you install it. You have to set up the servers. You have a login password. So you set up the server. It has an address. It'd be like newsleech.com, whatever. That's their server address. And then you put in. You can they have. I don't know why you would not do this, but you can also they say leech privately. So you use a different port, a private port, which I think it's like 443, not 80. Use like the common like one, so that it's like SSL. I don't know what it stands for exactly, but it's supposed to hide you. It's like hide you from your ISP ultimately. Same thing that like VPN would do for you if you were torrenting. There's one. Well, before we get to this last one, once you get it, you can set it up. Then you type in a search, and then it queries all the servers and reports back on your results, and then you pretty much just go and select it, download it, and then it'll come in like a bunch of RAR files, and you just get your 7-zip or whatever, extract it, and then you're good.
Bam! Sounds super easy. There you go, listeners. One easy step.
Well, it's going to take a little while, but it's really not that complicated, but it's complicated enough that not enough people do it.
Right.
They'd rather just pay for Spotify.
It's not like, no, Grandma, just get your credit card number, go to this thing, set up this server, be sure to set it up this way. You got to use your PC, not your Mac.
Yeah, this is a true YouTube thing. Like, definitely had a YouTube video that'd be useful to have. If I was to write this all out, it would take like a step by step. Would be kind of
right. Videos are just way easier to copy the steps since it's like there's no confusion.
Yeah, it is. But ultimately, if you have any computer savvy, tech savvy, you'll figure it out, and you want it. If you want it, you'll get it. And then it's like I said, but if you're good with, it's primarily useful for like if you don't want to use torrents, because torrents are slow. Well, that's another benefit from this thing. So you have so many connections to their servers. I think they give you like you can pay for like 20 connections at once simultaneously. If you if you have a fast connection, you can download really fast compared to torrents, which will take you, depending on how many people are actually seeding, it takes you like you might have to wait days to get a movie. It's like back in the day, like like when you were downloading on a slow like I don't know, DSL connection.
Right. So this is different from torrents, where torrents is a collection of peer-to-peer sharing, while this is actual high-speed server. Yeah,
you're pulling from servers, and you're only limited by your ISP connection. So do it at work. They got fast connections, or do it at school. They got fast connections. The alternatively though, like I think but there's not, you can't find everything on there because it'll either be hidden exclusive because there's groups that like only have like they post so cryptically that you can't you don't know what to search for. It's there's no string attached to it, so you don't have anything common to search for. It's just a bunch of like numbers, UUID or whatever. So you don't know what it is. So if you're not part of those groups, you might have to still use torrents. And I recommend using there's anonymous torrenting that allows you connect. Same thing to like Tor is used. Like rather than downloading direct, you use proxies, and it's able to, it jumps to proxies as you're downloading, so it hides your ISP. I mean your IP from your ISP.
So you don't need a VPN to do that.
You won't need a VPN to do it. It works just as good as it's probably even better. And I wish I had the name on it. It starts with a T. It's like Tibbler or whatever. I don't know, some weird name. I can't remember. But it's anonymous torrenting software that you can use, and you can search. You type in a string, and you may find what you're looking for is popular, and you can torrent that anonymously. Not have to worry about your ISP sending you like cease and desist email.
Right. That sounds pretty confusing. I think we'll do another episode with walkthrough for the listeners. It might be a little much for them with the Newsgroups things. We'll take it down a notch on the next episode when we go into how torrents work, the history of torrents, and what torrents aren't.
Yeah, there's a lot more. Sorry, there's a lot of information.
Yeah, it's a lot to hit people out with at once. We can go into the VPN stuff, because I have a VPN, but I only use it for stupid reasons, like accessing YouTube from other countries if there's like certain music I want to listen to.
Yeah.
Or if I'm outside the U.S. and I want to use cashback sites. Cashback sites can only be used from the U.S. I don't know if you knew that. Well, Professor Scam, I'm kind of tired of talking to you. Let's bring back Eric.
Oh yeah, back to fusing that
Amanda situation.
Amanda situation, yeah. Well, man, that was a doozy.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad that my wife was smart enough not to click on anything.
Yeah.
And that we are secure in this very insecure time of phishing and bait.
It's very easy. Yeah. It's that was the most suspicious email I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know. There was one time that I got something from Dan that was very I should have been smarter than this. It came from, I remember I showed it to you.
I forgot.
I wish I had it still. It was
from
basically
Yahoo?
I don't know. It had your email address, but
someone spoofed it.
It wasn't even your email address. It was like someone created an email with your name in it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even one of your email addresses.
Right.
So they sent a link to me, which was really odd because it was actually something that I was looking at,
they definitely scraped your info from something
I was
browsing.
interested in. Yeah, it found something, and because it was like it actually recommended where I live at. Like it pointed. So yeah, they found out somehow where I lived. So it had a news report about like something local. But the website looks shady, so it probably was spoofed as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They probably just duplicated that.
Or that might even just redirect you somewhere else.
I mean, for right now, I'm pretty sure that computer is hacked. I just don't know now how to even like figure out how to block it now, other than to close ports or whatever.
Yeah, that I guess sketchy.
Yeah, so I fell victim to that because like Dan wouldn't steer me wrong, right?
If it's from my Gmail or work, it's absolutely safe.
Yeah, I should have. I guess I was like, well, Dan has tons of emails. This is probably just one of them. Check this out.
No,
don't fall victim
to
the check this out request. Cause
yeah, one of the common scams is people will spoof emails you've sent people. People will spoof emails from people you've contacted or names you've used, or there's just a bunch of ways. Just don't fall for it. If it looks suspicious, call them out.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, this happened over the weekend, so I didn't have a chance to call out Dan. I probably should have just texted you about it.
I did not contact you over the weekend.
Yeah, I remember looking at it going like, wow, this is an interesting story. And it was interesting. I forgot what it was about, but I remember I talked to you about it. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? I was like, uh-oh. And then, I still had it open, which was even more stupider. Yeah, and you're like, oh, you probably should close that.
Yeah, they're probably looking at everything you're looking at too right now.
Like, So, I don't know. That's my victim story. I was also victim to a lot of viruses back in the day, back in the day when before that was it, before Newsgroups.
Yeah, you were out in the Wild West.
That was
Virus City.
Yeah, you had to be careful when, especially applications.
Yeah.
Execute files, dude. Stay away from execute files, batch files.
Yeah, they can just hide anything in there.
Yeah. Oh man, it is easy world for hackers today. And now to protect yourself, you just have to just not do shady things.
Yeah.
Stick with like you said, the release groups, or like.
Yeah, Professor Scam gave some pretty good tips, but I stream everything. And right now I'm not streaming anything. I just using YouTube, and I'm watching a bunch of magic.
Close Magic?
Penn and Teller Fool Us.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I like that
I'm
show.
so addicted to the show.
Show's pretty good.
And now I've watched so much of it, I know what to look for when people are doing their magic tricks.
Well, you know what I don't like about it though is that like Penn and Teller will like, yeah, we figured it out, and then they don't explain it. I'm like, I still don't know.
When they're talking in code, you can get better and better to figure out what they're trying to convey. And then I use Google too, especially when they use those magic keywords.
Oh.
Like dabble, when they say yabba dabba do, it's like, all right, dabba, magic keyword.
Oh, you mean when they actually like do the trick? That's one of the magic words?
No, it's one of the code words they use during the explanation of how they figured it out.
Oh, so that's them communicating to each other in magician talk.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, I didn't even know this.
So I've been watching so much of it that I wanted to see. I kind of want to go to Vegas just to watch their magic show, and I was pricing out day flights. Just go and then come back. How awesome would that be? Like I leave at 5, check out their 9 p.m. show, back by 11.
That's pretty epic.
Yeah. It's like, I just want to see some magic.
You haven't done that yet.
Yeah,
but yeah,
good.
Yeah, that's like what executives do. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go catch the magic show in Vegas.
Yeah, how crazy would that be? It's like, oh yeah, aren't you working that day? Oh, don't worry, I'll be there by the close.
Jeez.
Close the end of the day.
Yeah, if you like, cause where's Penn and Teller's show out?
The Rio.
The Rio. Yeah, I missed it when I went there. They were all like canceled, but I wanted to see them. Yeah, they're one of like they're funny because they're also like they're just really good at what they do.
Yeah.
And they also have like an opinion. It's not just like cheesy magic. They also have like a message usually in it.
Yeah.
They had the bullshit show for a while.
I haven't seen that, but they did have this show on. Well, their show was uploaded to YouTube. Penn and Teller MMT, the Magic and Mystery Tour, where they go travel and do magic. They go to India, China, and Egypt. And it's really entertaining because they won't eat any local food. They pack canned food, beef jerky, cheese whiz. They're very non-travelers.
That's surprising.
Yeah. I think that was the most entertaining part to me. I was like, oh, they'd rather eat canned food than the local food.
That is crazy.
Even though local food, they also have McDonald's and other stuff around there too.
Yeah, you don't need to bring canned food for that. You always have McDonald's.
Yeah.
It tastes the same pretty much everywhere, right?
Pretty much.
I mean, yeah, damn.
So it was entertaining to me just to see what their eating habits were. And in the Egypt episode, I don't know if it was like the uncut version or something, but it's the only thing I've ever seen where Penn talks or Teller talks. Whichever is the one who doesn't talk. Teller. Okay. Teller.
I think I found it because his name is like ironic or whatever.
I see. That makes sense. Yeah. And it's second.
So he talked in there?
Yeah.
Oh, I just remember the Simpsons joke where he's like, "Oh no, now Penn's gonna beat me."
And you know why he doesn't talk?
No.
Because he has the voice of a goddamn angel. It's like it's too distracting.
His music to your ears.
Yeah.
I just can't even listen to anything anymore.
It's like I can't focus on his magic trick right now because his voice sounds too amazing.
He's like a choir boy.
It's just everything is so musical. I got some weird popping over here.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard him talk ever, but he talks in this show.
He talks. He goes into full details about how they're. What he thinks of the people, the magic, the society, and it's like, whoa.
Is this the one? I think I saw one when they went to China. There was nobody there. Is that?
Oh, the China one was super entertaining too.
They were showing like acrobats or whatever.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Out in the wild, like in winter, they still have to perform and wear very little clothes.
Yeah, I thought that was fascinating because it just seemed like kind of weird because there was nobody around.
Because they created all these outdoor magic venues, and the show has to go on because they have all these people, and they're not going to pay them to sit around.
Yeah,
or not pay him anyway.
Magical Mystery too. I didn't see the other episodes.
Yeah, you got to see the Egypt one just to hear that voice.
Just to hear Teller talk.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, their show is definitely like when compared to what's the one dude that's on Netflix that has a new show, the Magic for Humans or whatever.
I didn't see that yet.
He's really good at like he does it right in front of you. And I can't tell if it's like, again, people are just in on it. 'Cause I think that's weak. That's not magic.
It's possible, especially with an edited show.
I hate that. Like you can't even use that. Like that's just cheap. You can't like, here's the secret. They're in on it. Like that's like, okay. Well, at least try to trick,
That's exactly why like Penn and Teller's magic, they're very honest about it. Like they'll tell you what's going on with the trick. They'll explain it sometimes, but they'll always say everything is like what you see is what you get.
Yeah, they're I don't know. Imagine those guys would be scary as like pickpockets or like any kind of illegal activity. Like when it comes to
hands move so
their
fast.
sleight of hand is so good,
so smooth.
I don't know how they. I saw one one from the show where it was your standard like egg in the bag thing, and it was just like they weren't even. I mean, they must have like palmed stuff or whatever, I don't even know. Like maybe their hands are abnormally big, or they're like they're able to hold stuff and like hold it behind their hand or whatever. But they're really good at that.
I actually had a short-lived dream of trying to live as a magician. It did not work out. Level 1 training is building up your dexterity, and you're supposed to roll a coin over your fingers like that.
That's hard.
I could not do it.
That's hard. I remember going like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then like, let me try to do the same thing. I was like, this is really hard.
Yeah. It's like, and you have to do it with both hands.
I can do drumsticks, but I can't do the quarter thing.
I can't even do drumsticks.
I don't have patience for that.
Yeah.
So I have to try to like keep rolling it.
So I remember when I was training to do that because I was actually in college and like during a lesson.
Maybe I'll be a magician.
Yeah. Like I was just bored surfing the internet. It's like, man, this class sucks. I'm going to be a magician. I'm going to quit college and become a magician.
Well, how did magician come to your like idea? Like, did you see a show? Or does it, like,
I don't know what triggered it. I was like, I want to be a really good pickpocket.
Oh, I know. Here's a stepping stone.
I was like, college is stupid. I'm just gonna be a thief. I was like, oh wait, being a thief is illegal. I'm gonna be a magician.
Yeah,
that's if they catch me, I was like, oh, you got me. That's a magic trick. Congratulations.
Right.
Here's your wallet.
Escape artist.
Yeah.
Then they won't be able to catch you. That's also like interesting too when you have people get out of like cuffs or whatever, or they like they'll have like a key.
They always hide a key on them. The trick is they always hide a key on them.
Yeah, all right. They put stuff in their mouths or whatever like that.
And it's kind of dumb about handcuffs that they all have a universal key.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, so every handcuff has a universal.
Pretty much. It's just it's a very simple looking key. Like what do you imagine a handcuff key to be? That's the one that unlocks all handcuffs.
Oh yeah, I guess it's got to be pretty simple because it can't have anything too elaborate in there.
Yeah, I guess you have a police force, and say they give a suspect to someone else, to another group, and like, oh, we don't have the key for this one.
All right, I guess they have to cut them out.
Yeah,
it's probably happened. Well, no, they said they're universal, right?
Universal key.
All countries.
I don't know about all countries,
no,
but definitely the U.S. is standardized.
They use nylon, I know, when they don't have. Like the zip ties kind of.
But that's actually easier. You just you can actually break those.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that?
If you know, I've never seen it. They got a drug.
So I saw it.
Drug
It was
force.
I also watched
strength.
YouTube videos on spy tactics, spy training. So they said if you ever get caught,
that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I like how there's like you go to YouTube for anything.
Yeah,
like,
YouTube is.
I want to be a spy. Let's go to YouTube.
Yeah, I like to dabble with different career choices. Right now, the career is podcaster, and it's unsuccessful podcaster.
So far.
Yeah,
we'll see. If this don't work out, maybe back to scam. I mean, back to actual thievery.
Yeah. So the trick is when you get zip tied your arms together, you put your arms as close together as possible, and then you take a deep breath, and then you just snap it down. So you kind of use like momentum.
Oh.
To break it open.
Oh, okay.
So you make sure your arms as close together, and that the zip tie is as low on your arms as possible.
That seems like if you didn't believe, you'd probably like
my arms are broken.
You're trying to break it. Like I've heard that before. I can break this wood if I just follow through, and I
Right.
believe it.
So then you have to tell the police officers, like, oh, can we stop by the hospital on the way to jail?
He said, "What were you doing?" Well, I saw this YouTube video on breaking.
It's like, oh, a lot of people saw that YouTube video.
Yeah. Yeah, we planted that there.
Get in the back seat. There's like 2 other guys with broken arms.
Yeah, I gotta see. I like to see who's also dispensing the information, like how much credibility they have. You know, like is it like Rex Kwon Do? You know, like
Oh, yeah.
Roundhouse of the Face.
Yeah, it's funny, too, because I was also looking at Groupon, and they have these classes on, well, maybe they stopped doing it, but like ninja tactics and spy tactics.
Ninja tactics.
Yeah.
Okay, how do they teach?
I wanted to do ninja training, but I ended up not going. I guess it was how to be super silent.
Yeah, that's
and
what
all-
ninjas are. Right?
yeah.
Like you can't detect them.
Escaping, dexterity, agility. Just focusing on that, leveling up those skill sets.
Was it the leader from the Foot Clan who was teaching it? You know, like
I mean,
Ninja
if he
Vanish?
taught me, if he taught me how to be a good ninja, I'm in.
Those guys were pretty good. Remember?
No, all those ninjas were awful.
No. Well, that's right. But remember when they were trying to get what's his name, Donnie or I forgot his name in there, and then he ended up like you have to remove all these bows from this guy. Is that like
That
one
is
of the?
yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That wasn't in the actual ninja class, at least from the course summary. But in that movie, that was an absolute nonsense requirement to join a ninja group.
That he had a lot of bows.
Yeah.
I think he said you have to probably
have
said
to
remove
remove
as
them
many as you
silently.
could. Yeah, and then you had one of the Ninja Turtles do it, and then he was like, "Is this enough?" Remember,
Yeah.
he had all the bows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a weird
that was-
prerequisite. That's a weird job interview.
You shouldn't have even put that many bows. I feel like it's suspicious. Like you didn't do that.
Yeah.
Something else going on. Wait, there might be another ninja among us. He's all because they use ninja tactics. I know ninja tactics. I'm the one who teaches them.
Yeah. It had to be. It was like a honeypot. It was an absolute trap.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but he got in, right? That was the only task, right? To see if he could be a Foot Clan.
Yeah, I like how this conversation transitioned into a reference of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, since on the last podcast, or at least on episode 2, we talked about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1.
What did we say about that? Can we flash
Oh,
back
because
to
we
that?
were talking about Super Mario, and then I was like, oh yeah, they made this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie to offset that anti-turtle stereotypes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There'll be a link in the podcast notes to TMNT 2 Secret of the Ooze.
Speaking of
Was it Secret of the Ooze?
Secret of These.
Yeah.
Speaking of turtles and Mario, my wife saw that puzzle. Back to that puzzle.
Yeah.
And she swears like that's a duck. I was like, no, that's a turtle. That's how the turtles are.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
There's no
it's got a
ducks
shell,
in
but-
Super Mario Brothers.
For some reason, she thought it was a duck. I was like, come on now. I know you play this game.
Right. Thank you for joining us for Scam Likely Podcast, episode 4.
Stay tuned for Scam Absolute.
Don't
you,
forget to subscribe, like, comment, whatever it is on the social media channels. Leave a review on iTunes because right now, it's only me. All right, catch you later.
Goodbye.